dancing today. Right now I'm chilling, watching some My Hero Academia.
Oh, nice. I
What's
actually need to start that. I haven't even started that yet. Like, schedule has been crazy busy. I know I mentioned it earlier, and apologies I had to reschedule, man, because ooh, this schedule be on me, man, and we had to like shift, be flexible. So thank you for being flexible and adjusting for a different day.
Hey, no problem.
All right, so to get it started off, let's let people know who you are, who you is, your history, what styles of dance you started off with, what you do, and just your whole history, bro.
Yeah. How detailed do you want me to get?
Bro,
Like,
this episode is all about you. It's all about showcasing the artist. So you share what you want to share.
right on, bro. All right. So my name is King Koi Roi. I started dance really late, like I think 2015 was like the first year I started dancing. And I started because I went to this board gaming convention called Gen Con. And, there's like a party normally at these conventions, right? So I went to this party, everybody's all dressed up. Um, and I see this dude dressed up in a ninja outfit, just doing Cobra and tugs and animating. I was like, this dude is cold. And so he kind of inspired me to like start my dancing journey. And so after that night, the very next day, I got on Facebook. I was like, yo, anybody know where I can learn how to dance for free? Because your boy's broke. And they introduced me to this club at this one university called IUPUI. Um, and it was a hip hop dance crew club. So it's cool because I got to go there and join the club without like having to be a student in the school. And so I did that for a while. That's where I met all of my homies in my hometown crew called ICNH, which is also stands for insert crew name here.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's a dope name. And yeah, I've been rocking with them ever since. And some of the first styles that I saw was popping, and one of the people that were in the crew, his name was Sam. He was like, "You're really good at ticking." I was like, "All right, dope." So I started looking up ticking, and that was how I got introduced to animation. And then the first time I saw animation was from this guy named Ninja, who he was in a crew called Art Spark, because they were on like America's Got Talent. Like him and his crew was on there, and so I went to his workshop, and he was showing us like speed control and ticking and dime stops and stuff like that. And I was like, man. So, and by the way, like I went to school for mini art and animation to make cartoons and stuff. So I was already making cartoons, and motion graphics before I even started dancing. So it naturally made sense to me because I literally make keyframes and I talk about, or I deal with like frames per second, and like did a lot of research on what animation is, the principles of animation, and all that stuff, and they all translate to animation dance. And so it was it was a no-brainer to like start diving into animation. And so I was in there, I was just dancing normally, just not like picking up things that I learned from people that live locally to me. And then I started messing around with like puppet style, right? So I was like, nobody messes with puppet style. Let me try that out.
Yeah.
And so I was messing with that, and somebody I met online, his name was S.A.F.E. I literally talked to him earlier today, and was giving him props because, like, because of him, that's why I'm gonna call it Koi Roi.
Yeah.
He introduced me to one of my first electric boogaloo mentors, and his name is Puppet Ian. He's part of the Boogaloo fam, and he was the one that gave me the name Koi Roi because he was like, "What does puppet mean? Or how you say puppet Vietnamese?" And I was like, "It was Roy." And I was like, "Yo, Koi Roi, that makes a lot of sense. You know, it's like the same spelling, except one word has an I and the other one has a K. That's crazy." And so I was called Koi Roi for a while, and you know, all the meantime, I've been like going to like out of state. My first out of state battle was in Chicago at an event called From the Ashes, and that was where I met a lot of crazy Chicago poppers. You know, um, and then my second one was in Cincinnati, and so now I'm going from like dance battles my same age, getting exposed to the culture and learning about like street dance and battle culture and all that stuff, while exploring, you know, the puppet style, getting like a lot of information from Ian. I also learned a lot from this guy named Julius, who lived out in Cincinnati. He goes by Eclipse, and he's really big in animation too. And me and my homie Saki, we went to like we would go to Cincinnati to like learn from him like pretty much every weekend for like a good year, and that was where we met like the homie Prototype, who is part of the Shadow Puppets crew, who goes out of the Shadows battle in Chicago. Like that's where I met him, and the great thing, I just learned this. He met S.A.F.E, I think somewhere in New Jersey or something like that. And it's crazy because me and S.A.F.E have never met in person. And so the fact that somebody that I knew met somebody that I met online, and it's like they met together, I kind of was able to like meet them secondhand meet. Is that what it is? Anyways, I just think it's
that's
so
pretty cool
how it's such a small world, you know, within the dance community. So fast forward, I started talking to this guy named Anthony King, who is legendary OG, triple OG, like everybody knows. Like when you hear the name Anthony King, everybody's all, "Oh snap, Anthony King!" He's like the boogeyman, right? And me and him was talking. He really liked me because I have a really good ability to like analyze dance, right, and commentate on analyzations. And so I sent him a message. I was like, "I really love you, man. I saw your videos on YouTube, and I think it's great." He's like, "Why?" I was like, "All right, bet. Why?" Okay. So, and I was watching Otis Spunkmeyer for a long time, so I got inspired from him with the commentary stuff. So I recorded the video and I started speaking about his round, talking about Anthony King, and then I sent it to him, and he was like, "That's really dope." And so that's how me and him met online. And so he gave me the name King Koi. So I was like, okay, I like Koi Roi, and I also like King Koi, so I might as well just combine them all, King Koi Roi. So that's why I'm named King Koi Roi. But all of that just to explain to you why I'm called King Koi Roi. And then, so during the pandemic, I decided to use my art degree to draw designs, and that's when I started the Koi Roi design. And I did this tuck design that was really popular.
straight fire, straight heat. As you say that, hold on. I still got my sweater. See, I should have gave it justice and started wearing this for the whole thing. But it ain't cold right now in Texas yet, so. But you know, right here, tutting.
Yeah.
Just gotta support the brand, support the bro.
Yes, sir.
Right there, bam.
That's the touch shit right there, you know? That's that touch diagram.
So go
So,
ahead. This shirt is designed by you, hoodie,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Koi Roi
So,
Designs.
I'll tell you the story behind that design specifically. Um, I was sitting, so at one point we had an OG out here. His name was OG Mike, OG Mike G. Um, he's from San Diego, but he was out here for a little bit because he has family out here. So I was chilling in his like living room, and I was telling him that I wanted to make designs and stuff. And he was like, "Yo, you should do a tut one." And I was like, "A tut one?" And I had been studying like Da Vinci's, like I forget the name, but there's that design with like the dude like standing like that, and the
Yeah.
arm. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And so I was like, let me do something like that, but with tutting. And I told her that, and I like sketched it real quick to show the OG. He's like, yeah, that's cool. And so he was the one that gave me the idea to do the tut one. And so that's how that one came about.
Yeah,
But I
and you
mean,
definitely need to drop your link for your designs for your merch because I've told you when I first met you, and it's crazy because we met through online during the Vibe Night season during COVID,
yeah,
and I told you that, I mean, I told you then, and still, my comment is still valid now that you have the best dance designs, hands down, that's out there in the whole world. Like straight heat, like look at the detail, like it's crazy. Like
thank you.
and the crazy part of it is I'm talking to the creator of this design right now on live. Like people don't understand like how dope that is. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. So it was KoiRoiDesigns.com, but I changed it because I was like, you know, I'm not just a designer, I'm also a dancer.
mhm.
So it's now called KoiOutOfWater.com. I
Okay.
dropped it in the comments there. But you know, there's like a video section of me dancing. There's like a blog about what I'm doing in my community, and I'm also doing something for the community. So that's the cool thing. That's like what I really like to do is build community. And so like the money that I make from the shirts and stuff, it don't even go to me. It really just goes back to the community, and it helps fund like me throwing battles or throwing sessions or making shirts for like my community members or you know hiring an OG to come down and have a workshop for like the people in my community. So I do a lot of that. As my wife says, I do too much for the community.
I'm gonna have to make like I don't know. We got to discuss like a bulk order so I can sell your merch out here in Texas, bro. Cause your designs are A1, man. So we'll
Thank you,
talk
bro.
more so we can get like a bulk order because the breaking design is fire, the waving design is fire, the puppet is fire. Like, bro, every single design that you've created is fire. Like crazy dope.
I appreciate that a lot, man. You be up for that for sure.
And after the live too, like post all the pictures. Post all the pictures of your designs because this is all you, bro. So this episode is for you, by you, like, and I want to promote you as much as I can. And I know, like, trust me, once people start seeing your merch in person, people are gonna be like, oh, yo, okay, okay, I need like two of those.
Yeah, yes, sir. Um, so I think the merch was really dope. I started. I mean, it's still available online, but I haven't created a new one in a long time because I wanted to focus on getting better as a dancer. Uh, so that's what I've been focusing on a lot lately, just getting my skills up. You know, uh, I it was like 2 years ago where I applied for a grant and they gave me the grant to go down to LA. Actually, let me rewind back. pandemic. Okay, so we're talking about pandemic. People didn't know me globally until the pandemic, and the reason why was because we were all at home, and I had time to learn and train, bro. So I took classes. The first online class that I took was from Jay Smooth, and he like leveled up my weight game like by a lot. Um, and then the second one was Reality Check from AJ Mega Man. Um, so I was the first one to graduate all 4 seasons from his program ever. And I tell you, bro, his program is hard, bro. Like I lost so much sleep, like so many countless nights of energy drink and not going to sleep and just out in the garage practicing. Um, and that was like 2.5 years of training under AJ. And then I trained under Pop and Todd with his Ill Skill Accelerator. I'm helping him like create his manage his website now. So
Nice.
Pop and Todd's website was put together by myself, and I helped him put together his whole course, like the way that the courses work. Like I helped him figure that out and stuff. Yeah, so all three of them became really good friends of mine. And so after learning from them, I was like, I'm taking every opportunity to battle as much as I can. And so that's why, like, that's how we met, because I was like on the journey of like, I'm doing everything as much as like everything. Dance fight, 5 night. I think did a battle in Russia. I did one in Japan, bro. That was crazy. It was like Gutkan and Pop and Sheila. They were all there, bro. And I was like, why? How did I get here? And the most crazy one was Summer Dance Forever. Like, I almost made it to Summer Dance Forever, bro. I got an honorable mention.
That's dope.
Out of like hundreds of people all around the world, I got an honorable mention from submitting it was like a 30-second clip. Like they only gave 30 seconds. And yeah, so that was really proud accomplishment for me. And so after the pandemic was over, that was when I applied for the grant to go to LA. I used the grant. I went to LA as part of my Popper's pilgrimage, right? And I met Pop and Andre in person. I met Midnight in person. I met Jay Smooth in person again. And then I learned from Slim. I learned from Frantic. I learned from Midnight. I learned from Pop and Andre. I went to the Bridge session. And I learned a lot from Davo too. Like that was really dope. And shout out to like the LA community, man. Like they were all so loving and like they just showed me a good time, you know. And so after that, I came back to my community, and I've just been focused on building up my community ever since. So before the pandemic, we didn't really have that many dances. Now it's kind of like a thriving community now, right? There's battles happening all the time. This year has been the year of battles, bro. Like we've had so many battles this year, and it was wild, right? And a lot of it started from my garage. I would just invite people over to my garage to sessions, and that transitioned to like we had our own place to dance at, and then we at a studio. And then we lost that place, and then we transitioned to another place. So now we have like an entirely different place. But we also like perform out in like the street in the center of our city called the Monument. So yeah, the last battle that I threw was called Myth. It's money in the hat. So the dancers would come and donate money in the hat. The last one I had like 2 hats. One for the kids and one for the adults. And they people ended up donating like $100 or $125 for the hat. I'm like, yo, and it was outside of a fried chicken spot. like local fried chicken spot, and that was really dope too. So yeah, man, that's pretty much what I've been up to in my history. Just to summarize it up, I went to school for video art and animation. I do graphic design, web design, and videography and stuff like that for professionally. And then I just started this talking journey as a hobby because I got inspired by a ninja at a board gaming convention. You know?
Damn, your history in a nutshell. That's dope, man. Thank you for sharing. So now it gets to the juicy conversations. What is
Yes, sir.
your top three battles that you've been a part of?
Oh, let's see. Let me think about it. The first one comes to mind. I mean, two of them I won. One of them I didn't win. No, I take it back. I'm changing my positions now. Okay, so the first one was at Out of the Shadows when I battled with my crew, system crew. So during the pandemic, while I was taking reality check, I met a bunch of students, and they were all animators, and so I formed a crew called the System Crew. It's basically a crew full of animators from all over the world, and three of us got together, met. Some of us met for the first time in person, so that was crazy too. So, and I got to battle with them, and we was man, it was dope, man. It was so dope to battle with them because we was putting in work. We battled the Playboys, and when that video dropped, I think we had like a good like 6,000 or 7,000 views, something
Dang,
crazy like that.
that's
Yeah,
numbers, especially for the U.S. That's numbers.
yeah, bro. And then the second one was um, earlier this year. I went to Ireland as like a family trip for vacation, and I had a system crew member, the homie of mine. He like let us use his spot, so we had a place to stay, and he was also throwing a battle, and so I go to this battle, not expecting anything. There was like two categories. There was a 1v1 popping and a 2v2 hostile. The judge was Alex Mechanical from the UK. And so I go in there, I battled. My wife and my kid were there the whole time. So I don't know if you battle with your wife and kids, but when they're there, it's like you don't really care about the battle. You just care about making sure that they're okay, right?
Yeah.
And your boy ended up winning both categories, bro. I
Bro.
left Ireland with 2 awards and some euros, man. I was like, yo, let's
Hey,
go.
so that means you international. Like you won a competition overseas.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
work
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
crazy to think about, but yeah, you're right.
No, that's work. And if you have footage, like I know you mentioned the one with Playboys, I think I saw that footage. Put it in the comments too, so people can check you out. Like, feel free to post all your favorite footage in the live after.
I will for sure. Um, the I had one more battle that I really liked, and it was the last Out of the Shadows. Um, Randomly, like, bro, it was probably like a good 99, 98 offers that entered, right? And you know, I'm in prison, and I'm standing next to Breeze Lee, and uh, Breeze Lee, and who's the guy that always goes that hangs around Breeze Lee? I forget his name. Man, I just had a brain fart. Um, Anyways, these incredible pops in between them, right? Nervous out of my mind. I was like, crap, what am I gonna do? So they both go. Breeze Lee goes, he kills it, and the other guy that was next to me was also like a famous popper. So I was like, I gotta do something. So I go in, bro. My glasses fell off my face during my prelim, and so I was like, my chances are gone. But no, I'm not gonna give up. So I just did what I could, and I ended up making past prelims, bro. That battle, I made it to the. Oh, man, my wife said, sorry. I just get excited, honey. I'm sorry. um, I made it all the way to like top 8.
That's good.
Yeah, and I didn't even because the year before I didn't even make it past 2. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was really dope.
Dude, that's good because that's a really big popping event too in the States. So for you to make top 8, out of like 90 plus poppers in the States, like that's huge. Those are big accomplishments, man.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, yeah, that was a really fun day. Really, really fun.
Yeah,
And
and
the
I,
cool thing about that battle too was like because normally when I go to battles, I'm thinking like battle tactics, analytics. Like
yeah,
what are their strengths? What are my strengths? What are their weaknesses? How can I like expose their weaknesses? How can I school them? So I do all of that out of knowledge. Like whatever my body does, I'm just gonna. And so so and how in Dragon Ball Z, Goku was trying to like make his base Saiyan form higher so that his Super Saiyan form higher. That was my mindset, right? Like, what is my base level without any analytics or thinking or battle tactics or anything like that? How far would that take me? And for it to take me to top 8, that really made me feel accomplished.
that's dope, man. Do you have any battles where that you can remember that were like cipher battles, like unlimited rounds, or maybe beef battles?
Mm. Uh, None in person, but I did have a beef battle with this guy named Popcorn. He had posted a battle on YouTube and against the homie Genocide, and I was like, "Yo, Genocide smoked you, yo! It was overwhelming," or something like that in the comments. And he
Hmm.
took that, like Popcorn took that like personal, right? Like I didn't mean it to like make him super angry. Like he wanted to battle me after that. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay, let's go around. And so it was a fun like exchange. Uh, nothing got solved. Like he still doesn't like me, but it was fun.
yeah. No, that's cool, man. That's really dope. Is there any upcoming events like within your community or any of them in your surrounding area that you're planning to go to?
I think this year I'm gonna take the year off to train and save up money because going to battles and traveling and all that stuff takes it's expensive. So
Especially if you travel
uh,
with family.
yeah, and next year I'm planning on going to Japan with my homie. So I am saving up money for that. Maybe I can find like a battle while I'm out in Japan. That'd be crazy. Uh, yeah, if I could just find a battle and just battling in Japan.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Yeah,
really dope, one of a kind experience too. That'd be dope. I know I want to travel abroad and go compete and stuff, but it does cost money. And right now, just been focused on teaching for the past few years and getting back into training when I can, but definitely want to start traveling again and competing because it's fun. I miss that battle energy.
yeah. Bro, I think I saw a battle of you somewhere where you was battling Bop and Andre and
Yeah,
Flat Top. I was like, yo, what?
me and my crew member Odious, when we went to freestyle, it was our first time out in California. We went to freestyle session and we made top 16 out of there's probably like over 150 signups, bro. It was crazy. The way they did prelims was they had their 3 judges, and dude, it was just a long event. It was a long, like, and we did our prelims. We did good. Like, I want our footage from our prelims because we did our tag team. Like, we threw out like 3 of our commandos just so we can like be in the top 16. So we threw out like our best 3 commandos, And it was crazy too because when we made top 16, I didn't know. I was on the other side watching the breaking battles, and they were trying to call me. They're like, "Yo, we made top 16. Where you been?" I was like, "Oh, I was watching the breaking battles. I didn't know we made it." And then when we made top 16, we battled them. It was a great experience, and even watching, like, I saw that footage like probably a couple weeks ago, and me and Odious were talking about it, and it's like, man, like when we look back at that footage, like we're like, man, we threw a lot of material in our battle, and it's like they didn't even do much, but I mean, hey, they're OGs, and quality over quantity. So at that time, like the stuff that they were doing, they're in character, they're doing their thing, high skill level, and they did their thing. And I mean, back in when we were younger, we are like, man, this is biased. Like we ready to call out everybody. Like that's when we were young. We had all that fire and the smoke. But it was a fun experience, man, going out there in California, and it felt good to make a top 16 in one of the, like, literally that's probably one of the biggest notorably notoriably, I don't know what word it is, but you know what I mean. It's one of the biggest events in the US that people go to get recognition, earn their stripes. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Um, yeah, I want to go to that battle one of these days. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I mean, you get to meet dancers from everywhere. Like we met dancers from all over, and the skill level there is just ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
high skill level from every single dance style, very very high skill level. So it's kind of like
yeah.
when you're talking about Dragon Ball Z, like everybody's power level is up there. So you over here
All over
looking
the
and you're like
9,000.
you're over there feeling like a Sableman over there, man. So it it's different. It's different, and that's why too. Like when I've been watching like people's battle footage and stuff, like I miss it because when we're traveling a lot and competing a lot, doing tournaments, like that's what I love the most about dance is because always dancing with that chip on your shoulder, like having to prove and earn your stripes and like it's me, you know what I mean? Like it's cool, man. It's a cool energy to have, and especially now, like getting back into battle season, like I think it's the challenge of like trying to upgrade my tutting, trying to upgrade my waving, while trying to upgrade my popping, while trying to upgrade my crump. Like it's a lot of different areas within dance that I want to elevate, but you know, I'm gonna be ready by the end of this year. Like I feel like I just need to polish everything up, and then when 2025 comes, I'm gonna be getting in a lot of cipher battles, tournament battles, beef battles. Like I'm with all the smoke in 2025.
That's the stuff, man. Hey, I'm excited to see all the footage that comes from that, bro.
Yeah, bro. And I know I need to make it out there too. I know I was talking to, he's gonna have another event next year, so we're talking about that for me to be out there. So hopefully that pulls through, man, and it'd be really dope to check out the scene out there.
Yeah, for sure. I I'm really needed for folks to come out because um, we're not sessioning every week right now because it's winter time, right? But during the summer, every week there's a session, and that's a big change because like a few years back, there were no sessions or battles or anything, bro. This is freaking Indiana, man, and like there's still not a lot of poppers out here. I've been like doing a lot of teaching lately, and there's like a couple more poppers now, but the numbers are still really low, So hopefully, like that's one of my goals is to change that and bring more popping to Indiana.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge with any leaders in any community is that for your scene to grow, you have to be out there investing into the community and teaching. And sometimes when there's not a lot of teachers, like it makes it harder. And street dance in general, whether it's popping, waving, tutting, crump, whatever sub style it is, like it's hard to get people interested because it outside looking in, some of the styles do get very tedious, meaning it's a lot of skill development on the same basic foundational moves. And, so, especially with this generation now, they want to do what's trendy. They want to do they want to do all those
Yeah.
dances and they don't want to like level up the skills. And one of the things that I tell my students too is like, you know what? Those trendy dances are cool. Do them, have fun with them, teach your family and friends. But when you start developing skills within a style, like your skill level is going to stay at a certain point. I mean, you get what you put in. So if you don't train, you're not going to get good. But if you train, you're going to have those skills for a lifetime. And skills will always outweigh what's trendy.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. I saw I saw a video today about like I forget the dude's name, but he was like a choreographer for like a bunch of musicians and artists and like was in movies and stuff like that. And the most interesting thing that he said was like back in the day, I used to like freestyle, like I was a street dancer, and we would go and battle folks from different neighborhoods and stuff. And I was like, you know what? All your favorite choreographers were battlers at one
Hmm.
point in their life, you know? And so I think uh, developing your street, like your dance vocabulary and dance knowledge is way more important than literally anything else because like you can't choreograph if you don't have dance beats unless you're like copying from somebody else, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so yeah, I think it's important to be able to do both, but like being able to dance yourself outweighs like learning choreo and stuff. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, you hit it right on the money because that's when you go into discussions about where street dancers were like, nah, I don't do choreo, but hey, let's set up a combination or a routine. And it's like, that's choreography. Like, if you,
Yeah, right.
but people don't want to talk about that because they like to get into the terminology where they like to separate things, categorize things, and at the end of the day, what I try to tell people, I mean, especially with that whole ray gun incident with after the Olympics, like
Yeah,
dance became a mockery for some time, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's like it did give us exposure, and you gotta like twist it to where you're educating people rather than trying to get after people assuming that they know because our community is already small enough as it is. So if you're trying to
yeah,
correct people and be mean towards one another and down talk them, you're just pushing more and more people away than bringing them
yeah.
in and educating them the correct way.
I think Reagan is gangster, bro. She is gangster. You know why? She is working with this like credit card finding company or something like that, and she put out a challenge. She said, "Oh, you think you can dance better than me, huh? Really? Let's find out." And so there's this ray gun challenge going out where like people can upload like footage of like them going up against ray gun in her round, and I just think that's so gangster, bro. Like, yo, you just challenged the whole world
Send me that
that is
link because
like,
I'm gonna post a battle. I'm gonna post some footage because send me that link. I made a post about it earlier. I thought it was like people reaching. I thought it was like a joke, so I made a post about it earlier on my page. But if that
oh,
mug is
bro,
real and she giving out 10K, hey, send me that link.
I'm gonna send you that link,
Send
bro.
me that
Yeah, for
link.
sure.
I'm gonna make that bag, and when I make that 10K, I'm gonna pocket half, and then the rest of the 5K will host an event for the community. Cause
Hey, let's go.
hey, no,
Let's
for real
go.
though, like I mean that's a bag. People can complain about it, but hey, let's battle. As long as her husband's not judging, we should be good.
Yeah, so I found out that her husband wasn't one of the judges. There was like nine or 10 judges for her qualifier,
Yeah.
and her husband wasn't even one of them.
What? Well, how are they 9, 10 judges in a panel? That's crazy.
I Bro, that was the question I was asking.
That's a committee. That ain't no judges panel. That's a committee.
Right. But yeah, man, I just think a lot of like hate towards her is kind of like being overblown, you know? Especially
Yeah.
coming from like a lot of folks that don't even know what you're even looking at. They're like, oh, this sucks. And she's over here doing like head spins and freezes and stuff like that. And they're like, I can do better. My dog can do better. And I'm like, no, man. Your dog can't do no head spin. Come on.
Yeah. It's, I mean, it is what it is. People will have their opinions. People will say what they say. At the end of the day, I mean, whether she represented the spot, I mean, the platform that it was on, she could have been a little bit more cleaner and sharper. But at the end of the day, everybody has their own style and their own way of expression. And her way of expression to the masses just wasn't it. So, I mean, it is what it is.
I agree with that. Yeah.
It is what it is. You know, take it with a grain of salt or get mad at it. I mean, she's taking advantage of the opportunity, which is good because any dancer would do the same. Like, if I hit an exposure part where, you know, I have really good footage and it's getting a lot of feet, of course I'm going to jump on the viral opportunity. Or vice versa, if people were making fun of me, like falling in a battle or something, and it's funny, like, I mean, I be laughing at other dance videos funny, so if I became a meme, best believe I'm gonna use it to my advantage as well. Like, you gotta take good, I mean, what I've learned in one of my college courses was good and bad advertisement or whatever, like how you look at it. It's like whether it's good or bad, it's free promotion.
Yeah. I think my favorite part about the ray gun challenge, like this is my apps. I love this so much, bro. So in her post, there's like a bunch of people leaving comments about like how she sucks and stuff like that. And then there underneath those comments are people saying, "Where's your video at, bro?"
Oh, that part. That part.
That was amazing. I was like, that right there, that's why I give her a lot of respect because, like, you know, there's a lot of keyboard warriors that are out there, but they're not willing to back up what they're saying.
That's true. But yeah, after this live is finished, please send me the link because I'm going to make my video right now after the live is finished because that's a lot of money. That's paychecks combined.
Yeah, man. So it's 5,000 for solos, and then 10,000 for groups. So if you and your crew want to get put together like a routine or something.
When is the deadline?
November, like early November, I believe.
Okay.
November 15 or 14 or 12 or something like that.
I mean, if you're a dancer, why not? Like, instead of hating, like, use this as your opportunity to make a bag for your art.
Bro, I already turned mine entry in, and it's about to hit 10K on TikTok.
Dude, that's
like,
good.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I already won, bro. Like, I don't even care. You know?
That's good, bro. That's really good. I mean, is the platform only on TikTok, or is it on different platforms?
It's on TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, then I'm gonna have to send it to my crew member because he manages our dance crew's Instagram. I'm old. I just manage our Facebook and our YouTube channel, bro. So all my editing and everything is just through those platforms, and I manage our Twitter too. But as far as Instagram and TikTok, nah, it's too many platforms it's too much work.
Yeah.
It's too much work to stay relevant now.
I think one advice someone gave me was like, you find the platform that works for you and you just stick to that platform.
Yep.
You know?
That's very true. That's very, very true. But yeah, man.
By the way, talking about your editing, bro, like, hey, you got some good editing, man. Like, some of the footage that came out during the Vibe Night, during the pandemic, was crazy.
I appreciate it, man. Like, one of the things, too, it's like, I mean, it's basic editing. It's not like intense stuff. But since we host events for our community and stuff, I always thought about like being a one-stop shop to where we do our flyers, we do our own video editing, like pretty much do everything in-house because of course when you get a professional, like all those expenses add up and it gets expensive, and rightfully so too. It's like, you got to pay people for their worth, but it's like I kind of always felt personally, like my own opinion, or I guess my own viewpoint, is to be the jack of all trades rather than a master of one. And I mean, I appreciate both sides because people say if you can't master one, you're a master of nothing and stuff. And I was like, I really understand that, and I respect it, but I just like being, having a variety of skills that I can dabble in. Because it's like if people, like if AI takes over and you don't need a graphic designer anymore, it's like, dang, well, I could do video editing. Well, if you can't do video editing and AI takes over both, it's like, oh, I could teach dance choreography. You know what I mean? Like my tools is my body. So it's just like trying to, expand yourself to different things. And that's why I love doing multiple styles of dance because, not everybody's looking to book a crumper. So that's
Yeah.
why I use my popping, waving, and tutting. Like I've probably, and then of course using hip hop too, like teaching hip hop. So just being a dance that knows multiple styles of dance really helps your resume to be more marketable as well. Because if you just know one style, it's good because you can be a master at it, but then sometimes too you become a one trick pony.
Hmm. Yeah, I would agree with that for sure. I like to stick with one style because it's already hard learning just the one style. I can't imagine. Don't get me wrong, but I try to take what I learned from that and add it to my topic. Um, yeah, I mostly stick with just one style.
Yeah.
But there's like so many other styles within popping as well too. So it's like, dang, I'm technically one style, but
No,
there's
you're
so
not.
much.
Because you do puppet, you do toy man,
Yeah.
you do waving, you do tutting. Because when I
Yep.
teach, so when I teach my students, I tell them, because people like to say it's sub styles, and I'm like, no, it's not a sub style, it's a style. Like it's a
Yeah.
style of dance. Waving is separated from popping. Tutting is separate
Okay.
from popping. Um, Toyman, Scarecrow. Like I've bought like the whole training program of J Rock and his videos. So he puts in like a lot of
Right.
history, and he puts in a
Yeah.
lot of like so much knowledge in his videos, which I really love because he teaches you the style and then he gives you the history of the style, and that's why I really love his program. And one of the things is that each of these styles has its own culture, and that's why when
Mhm.
I teach these to my students at school, I tell them like, look, you can do all these different styles and mix them together. So it's like when you wave, you can add hits with your waving. So now you're mixing styles. Waving is not
Mhm.
a sub style, but it's a style within its own because waving can have its own category in dance. Tutting can have its own category in dance, and obviously popping because have its own category. Robotics, animation can have its own style within dance. So it's like, to me, it's like I teach everything separately because it's its own identity, and it's like
Yeah.
you can use all these styles and put them into one to where now it's you. That's how you articulate your expression, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
Makes a lot of sense. That was really well said, bro. Really well
yeah,
said.
and it comes with teaching and trial and error with different things. And I feel like with me for years from being a teacher, I just been collecting notes, and spreading the knowledge. And I've never really made the time to actually train everything. Everything's like head knowledge and application here and there, but I've never, since my time is so like crazy, it's hard for me to really dedicate the time to the like my knowledge, because I feel like my dance IQ is like super high with like the different styles of dance that I do, but since I don't train my knowledge within my physical body, it's like my skill level isn't where it should be, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that
But
makes a lot of
it's
sense,
it's
bro.
it's gonna get there, like, and once it gets there, people are gonna realize like, oh, okay, okay, because,
Yeah.
and that's what I tell people too. Like I tell my students, like, you can really get, you can really get good in dance if you dedicate like 3 months into one
Mm-hmm.
style. If you dedicate at least 3 months into one style and you train it every single day, minimum 30 minutes, you'll get really good. Because with the knowledge that they have out there, and especially with the J Rock classes, like if you just train Toy Man for 3 months straight, can you imagine how good you'll get just with Toy Man?
That's crazy, bro. Yeah. Yep.
And like you
Yep.
said, you're an analytical dancer. That's how I am.
Yeah.
Like, um, majority of the tournaments that I've won in dance competitions is because of, I would say, my battle IQ rather than my skill level, because I've gotten in dancers' heads that were better than me just because my battle mentality is high. Like I'll be using
Mm-hmm.
nonverbal cues, like you're off the music, timing. Oh, you're boring. That was whack. Like when I'm in a battle, bro, I'm mean. Like I'm hardcore. Like I talk my stuff. Like I think I'm a very beefy dancer. I'm a very
That's what's
beefy.
up.
Yeah.
You should you should send me some of your favorite battles that you've done.
Oh,
So I'd love to see
I'll send you, yeah, I'll send you some call out battles that I did, a tutting call out battle that I've done. I think I sent that to you a while back. Maybe you could watch that again, see if,
it. Yeah.
but, and then a most recent one that I had in Houston where I battled a dancer from Dallas where we were bumping heads for some years, and it was like I think we were bumping heads for like 3 or 4 years until we saw each other in Houston, and we did our thing. So I can send you
Mm.
those two battles because that
Okay.
kind of those two battles will kind of show you like where my mindset is when I battle people and I talk my stuff, and kind of like I get that arrogance of like kind of like teaching you. Well, it's kind of the style that I teach. It's called Take Them to School. So it's a
Mm.
curriculum that I've created through the years that I used in my own training that helped me win so many tournaments that I had in the past, whether it was Crump, Open Styles, so on and so forth. And I can share that with you too. Like we could probably get set in like a video chat, and I'll share with my whole curriculum with that. But I know I definitely want to get with you on making a bulk order with your merchandise, because I know next year we're doing like a lot of collaborations. Our crew's doing a lot of collaborations with different leaders in
Yeah.
Texas, and I definitely want to start getting a merch table to like sell your stuff, man, because there should be no reason why your merch is not on a lot of dancers' bodies, because your merch is not like just words. Like your merch is like your, look at like the details of your characters that you make, bro. It's like phenomenal.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that a lot, man. That low key makes me want to go make some more designs.
I mean, you should, bro. Like, I know back then you were trying to create a Crump one, and
Mhm.
dude, that's a big market. That's an untapped market for you too, is the Crump, and we need some custom designers for Crump, and we
I think
actually
for me,
have.
I want to make sure I get the design right, and I want to make sure it's authentic to the style. So that's why I take a lot of time and a lot of thought into the design. Like I'll go through like multiple iterations of the design and then just scrap them. Like I had this electric boogaloo one that I've done for a long time, and I even got with like Boogaloo Sam, and he ended up saying that he didn't like it. So I was like, okay. So I just ended up scrapping it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I know, like, I mean, this live is just like to you to get more recognition and stuff, as well as like I said, post all your links in there, bro, of your designs, post your pictures, like post your picture and the website. a different picture in the website so people know where to go. Like it's in the comment. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay linked with you for real though too, because I know in the future, uh, like I do want to have NXG Dance Crew as a collaborator with you, so we can get your merch out here to where we help promote your brand more, because your stuff is one of a kind, bro. Like high quality. That's why like when we first met, bro, and you told me about your thing, I was like, I'm copying that tutting hoodie, bro. Like, and then of course we made a collaboration too. And even with that too, it didn't pop off the way it needed to. That's why I feel like people need to see it in person, and they need to feel it. They need to like
Yeah.
feel the product, because it's different from watching it online and ordering. Than when they see it in person, they're like, "Yo, this design is fire."
Thank you, bro. Yeah. I would love that, man, for sure.
Yeah, and then before we finish, like any last words, bro? Like things that message to the people, message to your followers, message to, people that are getting to know who you are now.
Um, yeah. I think when it comes to me personally, like I really do everything that I do because I love the street dance and I love popping and I love the community behind it. I never really do stuff for like money, because I feel like if I start making, like me personally, right? If I start making a lot of money off of dance, it'll just make it not as fun, and that is the biggest driver for me is this dance is fun. The being around the community is fun. It's positive, And I'll do like gigs here and there. I'll teach like kids here and there, mostly because I want to bring the culture and build up the community so that more people can have fun.
Definitely.
you know.
And you having that mindset, is going to bless you with opportunities to where you do get paid for something that you love to do. And I know you say you don't do it for money, as well as myself, and I've been put into positions where now it's my full-time career where I get paid to teach dance, bro. And as much of people can say how, oh, you're a sellout, or oh, you're charging, and I'll let you know, bro, like you spend a lot of time and dedication towards your craft, and a lot of hours, just like plumbers, electricians, and stuff. So I don't ever want you to feel like in the future when you get these opportunities, bro, to teach and get paid and perform and get paid, take them as blessings, bro. Because I can tell you this much: I've heard it all through my years of doing what I do, and at the end of the day, it helps pay the bills and it helps provide. And
Yeah.
like I hear it all, man. And sometimes people say it because they wish they were in your position, and that's the best
Mm,
way I can put it. Like, who doesn't want to get paid to dance?
yeah, that's true.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
Like just talking about it right now, like that you brought it up, and that's why I feel like since you're pure at heart, where you don't do it for money, that's where I don't know what your beliefs in are and stuff like spiritualism, but the creator God, or however what you believe in, like the creator is going to put you in positions where you're going to get blessed for that, because they know where your true intentions are. Because I feel like where I'm at right now, it just fell on my lap. Like I wasn't trying to do it was just fun. It all started as a hobby for me, as a way to express myself, as a way to keep me
Yeah.
off the streets. You know what I mean? Like, so I just want you to just have that open mind to where if you do get presented those opportunities, don't shy away from it. Step into it and take advantage of it. Because I know
Wow.
your kiddo will look up to you and be like, man, my daddy gets paid to dance. Like, you'll be looked to as a superhero because you're King Koi Roi.
That's right, bro. Hey, man. Hey, I think I needed to hear that, bro. I appreciate that a lot.
No, I'm just saying it from one leader to another, man, because it's tough being a leader. It's tough building your scene. It's tough doing things for your community, especially sometimes when your community don't appreciate you. Dude,
Yeah, I feel that, bro.
bro, for years and years and years, man, the story of me and just our crew in general have been always treated as a black sheep to where we do so much, yet people are so quick to throw our names in the mud for stuff that doesn't even like involve us. It's crazy. And the craziest part too is that we get more love and respect and people giving our flowers that are not even from our own city, man. Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Odious? Odious in the chat right now. Bro, we were just talking about us at
Yeah.
freestyle session.
Bro, I think I met ODS. Did he ever go? Did you ever go to Asheville?
Yeah, he went to Bashville.
Okay, I was working with Step by Step, like recording, like
Yeah, yeah.
the
So you
pocket
probably
battle.
met
That was
Odious.
when I was where when in Insidious or Kentucky, he took that
Yeah,
in that time. Yeah,
him and
but dope.
my brother Spotlight. They went to Dallas and they took what's his name's workshop. He's real big right now. Oh man, I just had a brain fart. Odious, what was his name? I feel so bad for not remembering his name. I'm gonna kick myself in the butt. He's a very, very well known popper right now, and he's killing the game. I think he's from Vietnam.
MT Pop.
Yes, MT Pop.
Yeah,
They took a workshop from MT Pop on Dallas,
right on, bro. That's dope.
and man, that boy MT Pop is crazy, crazy,
Right?
crazy.
It makes me proud to be Vietnamese. I'm Vietnamese too.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you gotta represent. But no,
Yep.
I've been on Odious for years and years because he's a hidden gem in our crew. But you know he works hard a lot, so I know he takes a
Yeah.
lot of breaks within his dance. But Odious is cold. That boy
Oh, I
cold.
know.
Yeah, that boy
He,
cold.
I remember his rounds at Bashville. I was like, that dude is tight. That's why the name sounds familiar because I was like, I remember him. He's
Yeah,
tight.
yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully too, like we'll see what we can do to get you out here too, man, so you can come experience our community, experience a vibe night in person.
Man, that'd be amazing, bro. I would love that.
That would be something that we can definitely talk about. But I think first off, like right now, I would say before we finish the live, to just sleep on like what you would like to do as far as collaboration with your brand with NXG Dance Crew, because we are very, very interested in working with you, um, whether it's like pricing on a bulk order to just ship like a just designs galore, and just we can work out different prices on what works best for you, bro, and we can start selling your merch out here in Texas.
I would say because I work with a drop shipping company,
Mm-hmm.
so like if somebody orders something, that gets printed off. So I don't really have like inventory to do bulk orders. But what we can do is I can just send you, like you can pay for the rights for the design and print the shirts yourself and sell it that way. You know,
Okay, so
that
I
might
guess
be a cheaper route to go.
okay, I see what you're saying. So it's like, say for example, if we know people who do bulk orders, since we have the design, we just send them the design and they'll make the order here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess
Or yeah,
sleep
yeah.
on that and like really think of, because I'm interested in all the designs you created, the breaking, the tutting, the waving, like all the street style dances. Like I want to, like NXG is interested in having access to all of them so we can whatchamacallit, like really build, like I want to build a partnership with you because you're the artist for those shirts, man. So sleep on it, take a few days to think about it, and just let us know what works for you, bro, because this is something that, you know, to me it's supporting an artist that dedicated a lot of work into the design and a lot of time for the design, as well as, you know, having something to represent our community. And I mean, I work as a teacher at the school, and there's a lot of kids that love these styles of dance when I teach them. So it's, they're gonna be like, oh, there's a shirt for this. Like, I want that shirt. Like,
Yeah. Okay. That sounds great, bro. That sounds really, really great, man. I'll think about it, and I'll send you a message on it.
Yeah, of course, bro. Take a few days. Take a few days, man. There's no rush. Definitely no rush on it.
That sounds good, bro.
But other than that,
Uh,
if you don't know, now you know. King Koi Roi, not only a phenomenal dancer, but a phenomenal artist. I'm wearing his merch right now. And this merch is going to be hitting Texas soon and it'll be available for purchase. So you'll be able to reach out to us to copy your design by King Koi Roi. Any
yes,
last words, bro?
sir.
Any last words? Go ahead. It's your
Hey,
floor.
man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate NXG crew. I appreciate the fact that we were able to even meet through the grapevine of the internet and Facebook and the pandemic. Uh, the pandemic was a blessing, man. I've met so many people like you and my system crew and Robot Mafia, and like I wouldn't have connected with so many people if it wasn't for the pandemic that made us all stay home, which is crazy.
Definitely. And we're definitely going to be meeting in person soon and hopefully can have you out here in the San Antonio community in the future in 2025. Just speaking it to existence now.
Right? Yes, sir. That'll be awesome.
All right,
All
bro.
right, bro.
Take care. Stay blessed. Have a great night.
I'll see you.
All right. Latest.